mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. If you know where that's from, you are my people, okay? Let's Hey beauties, welcome back. It's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to the channel. Today, you guys, we are shopping my stash, which I love to do, and I'm using some of my favorite products from Sephora that I have purchased over the years from previous sales and that I would absolutely purchase again. So kick back, grab a snack, or get your makeup and follow along while we shop my stash and we do a little smoky eye brown situation, just whatever little things we can come up with. So if you're new here, my name is Lydia Marie. I do a lot of beauty content for women over 40, but everybody is welcome here. It is Sephora sale season. The girls are popping out, showing us their hauls. My order should be here very, very soon. I did not get a lot. Y'all know in that last video I showed you what was in my cart. Half of that stuff did not make it, but I absolutely got the one thing that I really wanted for my birthday, and I cannot wait to show y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this cute little makeup look, shopping my stash using all of the products that I love from Sephora. Starting off with my primers and moisturizers, I went in with my Merit Great Skin Serum first. I did that after I washed my face and kind of let that sit, and pardon me, my Clinique Moisture Surge all over and especially under my eyes. I'm going to do a little color correction because under my eye, because I have been getting up super early to go do deliveries, like at 5 a.m. And with the time change and everything, my dark circles are doing the most. So this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Color Corrector in Peach, the same one I use all the time. This is going to be the color corrector. I'm going to do just a little bit right here. Dipping into the Danessa Myricks Universal Blurring, Yummy Skin Blurring Balm in the Universal shade. I prefer the Universal shade for me, other than the shades. I think I have shade 4, or I had shade 4 and 5, one of those two. They were just a little bit too neutral, but this one is perfect for everyday use. So I want to do a little bit right here and on my forehead. Again, I've kind of been neglecting my self-care these last few weeks. And my skin, though it's not breaking out, it's just been really flaky. I feel like my skin barrier needs to be repaired. So when I do wear makeup, for now, I'm going to use the blurring balm to kind of help me do a little bit extra correction, you know. And I still love this, as you can tell. Well worn. All right, y'all ready? Foundation shade, Haus Labs 330 Medium Cool. 330 Medium Cool. That's my foundation shade. Concealer shades are 31 Medium Neutral. This is my skin tone concealer shade. Hopefully it'll focus. 31 Medium Neutral. Bright under eye shade, 30 Medium Peach. 30 Medium Peach. Even though they be linked in the description, I always get questions, what's the shade, etc. Even though it's linked in the descriptions, so I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm not being shady. I just want to make sure y'all can see it at the beginning of the video in case you don't, you know, finish to the end or go to the description or whatever. So Haus Labs still looks like skin. I love the shade. It melts into your skin like butter. It gives you some supreme coverage, but still really medium to buildable coverage. Look at that. Skin, baby. This is still probably my #2 foundation that I've ever purchased from Sephora. The moment I got it, I knew it was like a game changer. In the Haus Labs concealer, I'm going to do the 31 Medium Neutral right here, along the bridge of my nose and in the corner of my eye. So the 31 Medium Neutral, the one that's closer to my skin tone in the corner. And then the brightening one, I like to put outwards and then kind of highlight with that. Dang, these are almost empty too, girl. Woo, but I didn't get these in the Sephora sale. I didn't re-up on these because I wanted to try a couple new things. And I got one concealer from Makeup Forever. And so I hope it's just as good. I'm just going to do a little highlight here. I haven't worn that Danessa Myricks Universal Blurring Balm in a long time, and I can definitely tell the difference. It's not a bad thing. I can just tell the difference in how my foundation is laying. I can definitely feel it, you know what I mean? It works well with the House Labs. It's not a diss. I'm not saying it's a diss at all. I'm just saying it works really well with the House Labs. Then I'm going to give my face a quick spritz with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. This is almost out too, but the stores do have the packs for the holiday gift set. If you want to try these, get the gift set because you get 2 of these for the price of one. One of these is $39. The smallest one is like $23, but you get 2 of these for $40. So if you want to try the Charlotte Tilbury this holiday season, get the gift set from either Ulta or Sephora. Just give me a little bit. I need to melt that blurring balm and House Labs all in together just a little bit. Let this sit, and I'm gonna do my bronzer. For my bronzer, I'm gonna use the caramel or chocolate caramel stick from Too Faced. This is all that is left in here. I really like this, and I got this a couple of sales ago. I want to say it was an Ulta sale though, but you can get it from Sephora as well. I would repurchase this, obviously. Really like it. It's a really pretty bronzer, and they have a few shades. Very creamy, very blendable. It's not as sheer as like the Makeup by Mario, or as sheer as the other one that I like, which I think is Say Beauty. This one is a little bit more packed with pigment, but I really do enjoy this as a bronzer. And they do have a lighter shade, but I like the darker bronzer. I like my bronzer to bronze. Okay, so this is the one we're going to use today. And I'm going to blend in the concealer using the highlighting shade first. Using my Sephora concealer brush. This is the number 57 concealer brush. I did not buy the Pro brushes again this year because I have this set from last year. I told you guys in my recommendations video, if you were going to get some brushes, get the Pro set that they offer every year. Because like one brush can be like $34, but even with the 30% off, it's one brush where you can get a whole set with everything that you need for $95. And they are really good, sturdy brushes. Invest in your brushes, okay? I'm just saying, invest in your brushes. I'm going to tap that in and blend it. That concealer is so pretty. It's just the right amount of brightness, right? It's perfect. For my first blush, I'm going in with the LYS cream blush in the shade Bubbly. Oh, no, I did not. It came out in a chunk. I was just trying to tap it. Because you literally only need that. Dag nabbit. Let me see how I can fix this before I touch anything. I don't want this to be a blush overload. And you know how like your lipstick will like, let me get this off. There. I kind of got it off. Oof, that would have been a disaster. I'm going to blend it out with my Sephora blush brush in the number 93. Excuse me. Ooh, that just threw me all the way off. But anyway, these are bomb. I really like them. And look how sheer it blended out. I really like the shade Bubbly for that reason, because it is a nice pop of pink, but when you blend it out, it's kind of like a highlighter as well. So it blends out nice and sheer. But if I hadn't taken that big chunk that came out of here off, that would have been like ruined everything. So it's fine. It all worked out. Let's just keep blending. My concealer has completely set. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. This is the Ultra Blur. This is the only one I really like now. I have the original, but the Ultra Blur for my dry under eye, my mature skin, and the shade Honey is really just like the perfect setting powder. I'm also going to go in a little bit later with the Huda powder in the shade Peach Pie. I pulled that out too. I haven't used that in a while, but she is very nice. But I do want to make sure I set this House Labs concealer really well, and I'm only going to do it like right here. I'm going to take the Huda out here a little bit when I use that. But first we're going to jump into the eyes, girl. We are doing eyeshadow today, even though I normally finish my base after my eyeshadow. But yeah, it's cool. But this powder, she's always going to give me what I need. I will always repurchase her, and I still have this small travel size, and it's lasted me for what, it's been like over 2 years. So yeah, girl, Laura is that girl. My favorite eyeshadow palette from Sephora is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. You can get this at Ulta as well. Natasha has a lot of palettes. I'm going in with the shade Familia. And I'm only using 2 shadows today. So I'm going to use this shade. Oh, you know what? I should use Carpe Diem. I think I'm going to use Carpe Diem as my transition shade. And then I'm going to use my Patrick Ta eyeshadow duo in the shade Still at the Club. I think it's Still at the Club. It's the brown one. Yeah. This one. I bought this last year during the sale and I love it. So that's going to be the eyeshadow today. Super easy. We're just going to take this and buff it on in. I didn't buy any new eyeshadow during the sale. I did not buy any new eyeshadow, not even the Danessa Myricks palette. I have a little bit of FOMO because I didn't get that Danessa Myricks palette, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see what happens come Black Friday if I have the coin. However, last year she did not use the Black Friday did not apply to the Lightwork palette last year because it was limited edition. So I'm glad I got that one during the Sephora sale, but I don't know if that one's going to apply during the during her Black Friday sale when Danessa normally has 30% off. But we'll see. If she does, I might have to cop it. We'll see. We'll see. Carpe Diem and Familia. Again, these are the 2 shades and I'm just going to use, we're just doing 2 eyeshadows today. Nothing too crazy. I cannot believe I'm congested again, y'all. It was so much pollen outside today when I was driving. Charlotte is beautiful with the trees. Like, we have a lot of nice green, you know, spaces. Lots and lots of trees here, baby. But that pollen being all year round, no. I've been sneezing and coughing all day, so it's a little bit dramatic with these 2 colors, but that's okay because we're only using 2. So I wanted it to be like a little brown smoky moment for those 2. We'll just clean that up and then we're going to dip into the Patrick. Both of these palettes are pricey. I think this one was like $52, $58. Her palettes are pricey. And I know she just released that ice sculpting one. They got it at Ulta too. I don't know. I may use some points later on down the road to get it. But anyway, this is my favorite palette from her because it has neutrals, but it also had these beautiful purples and greens in here. And everybody was going crazy for the I Need a Warm, and I thought that was pretty, but when I saw that one in person, it didn't compete. They're pricey. Patrick is pricey too. This little duo was $42, I want to say, last year when these first came out, and baby, the girls was in a kerfluffle. And I was like, you know what? I get it because it is expensive. However, when I tried them, I was like, oh girl, say less. So I'm using this shade Still at the Club. I dip my brush into both. This one first, the lighter one, and this one. I use them interchangeably, but I really just like them both together. And I'm just going to pop that on my eye. You can definitely use your finger with these. In fact, it's probably better too. But it's just so freaking pretty. And it's a lightweight type of shimmer. It's a little glitter, but it's not like glittery, like where it's harsh. I'm just saying. I bought them last year in the sale. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to dip it in here again. And this way, and I'll show you a little bit closer. You can just kind of build up like that. It's such a stunning little palette. I love the packaging. I love how compact they are. And I love that it's not too overwhelming. It's just 2 shades. I love that. That's basically the eye. So I'm just going to take the same blending brush and just go around the edges with the same colors, Familia and Carpe Diem, and just soften those up. I'm really not going to do anything else but add liner and mascara. We're going to keep the eyes nice and simple. And that's all I needed. This little shimmer right here, that's all I need. I love these. I love these colors. And we're going to pull out some eyeliner and a powder blush and set my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And we're almost done. Of course, you know the vibes, setting everything with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. I have this new brush. I really like it. It's from Real Techniques, but it's a really nice powder fluffy brush. I'm just going to set everything together before I put my blush on, by the way. I'm using a powder blush from House Labs in the shade Hibiscus Haze. That's probably my favorite shade from them. I will always repurchase it. I'm just setting everything together really lightly, right, with the setting powder, because I have on the Danessa Myricks already. I have on the House Labs. All these things going on, but we need a little something else on these cheeks. I know that much. So Hibiscus Haze from House Labs. Let me find a blush brush. I'm going to use this little one here. Such a pretty everyday type of pink shade. You know, it's just a nice subtle pink. And even though this is a powder, it glides on really, really smoothly. So it's just a really nice blush from House Labs. And let's put some on my nose so you can't tell I've been sneezing, okay? Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. If you know where that's from, you are my people, okay? Let's do some lips. I'm going to dip back into this shade Familiar with the other side of this eyeshadow brush and just do a little bit on my under eye here. I did line my waterline with my usual Urban Decay liner in the shade Whiskey. And I use my MAC mascara. Now, why am I using MAC on the Sephora video? Well, if you haven't heard, MAC is coming to Sephora as of 2026. So MAC will be inside of Sephora. MAC products will be available at Sephora as of 2026. I want to know what y'all think about this, because some people are like, ew, MAC is so exclusive, you know, and it is. Like, if you're a MAC girly, you know, I'm trying to find my pro card right now to see if I can reinstate it for any reason. But, you know, I think this makes it more accessible. I think it makes MAC more accessible for people because Sephora is more vast, and you can definitely shop MAC online, but going into a store, it's just something different. And we all know Ulta had them first as well. And this is not something new for overseas stores, but I'm excited. So we're going to use a Sephora. I'm just tapping the rest of this powder over this blush a little bit. We're going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Pencil in the shade Chai. And then we're going to use the shade Honey Love for a little ombre lip combo. During the video, I have been wearing my Paula's Choice Peptide Lip Balm treatment. This is a Pro Collagen Peptide Gloss Balm. Sorry. I wore this to keep my lips nice and soft. Again, honey, winter is coming. My skin is getting drier. My little dry patch on my hand is back. The one on my shoulder is trying to come back. And my lips need to stay hydrated. So I've had this on the whole time I was recording the video. Now I'm going to wipe it off so we can go ahead and dip into the combo. Again, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pencil in the shade Chai. It's a perfect shade of brown. Pretty, pretty, pretty. The girls are going up for Anastasia Beverly Hills shade Cinnamon lately. That's making the rounds again. I love how things that are tried and true go viral again. I think that's so cool. So I have Chai. And this is a nice brown. And I love ABH's pencils because they're actually old school pencils. Like, they literally smell like a #2 pencil. So just kind of blend this in a little bit, like so. And this is the shade Honey Love. I love it so, so much. I hope it works out. I had this combo in my head, so I'm hoping that it will play well with everything else I have going on. So let's just see. I'm just going to put it in the middle here. But yeah, MAC is coming to Sephora. I thought that was interesting. Everybody's like, oh my God, recession indicator. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just glad to be in the store. I mostly shop a lot of MAC at Macy's and Nordstrom because they have really good sales on MAC. But it'd be cool to see it in the Sephora store. That actually looks really good as a combo. And I'm leaving it in the middle of my lips, okay? I like that. I like it. It just kind of gave me a nice little natural tint to the lip. Should I leave it matte or should I do some gloss? That's really pretty. I like that. All right, so this is the final look. I left the lips matte because I'm really feeling this combo. I need to keep this on my desk in front of me so I can remember to do this again. Really, really pretty. I love that shade Honey Love, honey. This is a perfect pink shade on me, or nude shade I should say on me. I don't like However, how the Danessa Myricks powder or blurring balm is pairing with the House Labs on me. It seems it's a little bit flat. It looks a little bit flat, and I like a little bit more of a glow, but it looks good as far as the blurring goes. It looks really good, but to me, it's got a little bit of flatness to it. It's just a little bit too matte for me, and maybe that's with the powder. I don't know. But I love everything else. Y'all let me know what you think, because I could be looking at this a little too critically, and I know y'all would let me know in the comments, child. So let me know in the comments how you think this look turned out. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, as we sat here and shop my stash with some of my favorite Sephora products that I would repurchase again, and some of them are repurchases. So thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Everything, every shade, every color, etc. will be linked in the description box below. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad to be back. I missed y'all. And next time you see me, I should have my order in from Sephora, and I can show you the few things I got, but I definitely got my YSL perfume for my birthday. Yay, so excited about that. So again, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you turn on those notifications, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing, and I will see y'all back here for the next video real soon. Bye.